All right, Michael, let's start. Uh, so I'm going to just break down. I know yesterday I missed a session. I missed a session, but we can still break it down and get tomorrow's and at least get a setup for tomorrow. Yeah. So, share this. So I hope my screen is visible on your end because I'm streaming on two devices. Yeah, but I see you can see it. Anyway, now I've been trading. I've been okay. So I've been trading. You can see these are the setups that I took. I think I only shared this one. Was it Tuesday? Yes, I only shared this one to the public group, and I didn't share again. But if you can see, there's this one. I know the conferences may be clear to you, but I'll just break them down again. Yeah. So you can see this trend line is coming from here. This is where the trend begins from and starts pushing to the upside. Now, there is one thing that I don't want to forget. Now, you see this dotted line is the high of last week, and this is the low of last week. And when the market broke above that, it just came back to retest that area. And you can see that, of course, the trend is kind of bearish from up here. But here, it's just giving us this flag pattern right here. It's just giving us that flag pattern, and we may see it either break to the downside and break it down to the downside, then retest it and continue to the downside. Now we have NFP coming in tomorrow, but one. And yeah, we can still have a bias for that. If this market just breaks to the downside here or consolidates, I expect NFP to down. But you know, all this analysis can change at any time. Yeah, it can change at any time. So look at how this trend line. This was point A, point B, point C. I did not adjust. Even when it gave me this weak rejection, I did not adjust. But now I can later adjust it after the market has broken down here. I can adjust it so that I get another point of entry here. So going down to the 15-minute time frame, going down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see that I can explain the entries. I have this high of last week. This is like a retracement to me. And you can see how the market just formed a W pattern at that high. And we have a psychological level in this area. And we have this movement to the upside, yeah? So of course, this one didn't have the proper candlestick confirmation that we always look for, which is an engulfing. And that's why I didn't even enter from here. I entered after the market started moving. I think I sent this out like this. So immediately the market started moving like this without bearish momentum. Now you can see that in this box, let me just delete that. You can see that all here, there is no bearish momentum. The market just kept pushing to the upside, and that's why I entered into that trade. Now look at this other one. This would have been another good opportunity to buy this market. Look at this whole movement. The market gives us a W pattern, and right down here, it comes back and touches what we call a demand zone. Yeah, it touches what we call a demand zone. So, um, the market moves, touches here, gives us this divergency at this trend line. So we have a trend line, we have a divergency, we have this divergency. Am I on? All right, just a minute. Just a minute. So look, we have this trend line right here. Am I on? We have this trend line right here. We have this W pattern at a psychological level. That's also a high and low of the week. That's a confluence. Now we come back to, you can as well bring out your indicator to show if we have a divergence right there. So we're going to use the TDI to see if this confirmation would have been a good entry for us. So as the TDI comes, you can see that this was the strong W pattern and the engulfing for confirmation was present in there. I hope you have been noticing these things. Now look, down right here, we have what we call a divergence. You can see it right here. And always remember, there's always a shark fin. Yeah, there's always that shark fin entry right there. Look at that. This is a strong shark fin. So the shark fin is happening at a Bollinger Band and also at an oversold position, which is a 70. For those who use the indicators part. Now, since I don't use indicators, but I know how to use them, at times I bring them on as a confirmation. And you can see the market divergence here at demand zone. We have a high of the week, and we also have a psychological level. There's so many confluences for us to call this trade a valid one. And when the market gives us a confirmation, the market just rallies up to the psychological level. The order of the day of GBP USD. Yeah. I hope you're understanding. I hope I haven't left you behind. Yes. All right. So the strategy is still the same, only that how fast do you react when the market moves? How do you react when it shows you something? Yeah. Now this trade went up to the upside. I didn't take it, but that was the result. But at least you can use it to your advantage. Yeah. Now you can as well even do this. Pull up a Fibonacci from here up to, okay, this would have been the perfect one actually. Swing high, swing low. But since it moved up here, this would have been this first trade was the best one for the Fibonacci for the 61.8 area to the upside. And you can see right up here, if you put on all the extensions, we are going to have a good take profit area. Now this one was for the 78.6, but let's bring on that extension tool and see how it would have worked out. Where is it? Oh, here. The trend-based Fibonacci extension tool. Uh-huh. Have I take, okay, just a minute. Oh, just a minute, just a minute. I'm supposed to use this and back for that take profit. Okay. I'm trying to show you this, how the market would have given us this take profit. So I'll just do this, move it to this side. And you can see that, you see right here, I've not moved it well, but you can see right here, we have the market coming on to our Fibonacci area. And then the extension just goes straight up to, it didn't touch this 1.618, but it's close to psychological level. So this one would have been a hard one to call, but you can see the retracement comes back to almost the same area and later on goes back here. So it would have been a very good trade on that one. Yeah. So um that was this trade. Yeah. So now look at this one for today. I still have the same confluences. And guess what? I have another one, a present one, which is a new demand zone. I have a new demand zone. I hope you can see it. This is the demand zone because of this momentum candles. And when the market comes back here, we have a trend line, we have a demand zone, we have a psychological level. Our entry was just at this engulfing here, this one. This was the momentum one. And my take profit was, of course, at the psychological level. That was a very simple one. So the market later dips, and I'm not in that trade. And today I catch this one. I catch this one. Yeah. Now, there's one thing that I used to realize. Every time it would give me an M pattern like this, I used to short. But today, I read this as a W pattern. Why? Because of this trend line which wasn't broken. You get. So my entry was just exactly here. So I didn't do a lot on this one. But of course, if we go to a line chart, you're going to have a solid W pattern with this as a pullback for the upside. So the market is still pushing, but at some point it can break, and we have to be careful in such a market. If it does move up here, we're going to have a good NFP sell. But as for that, we just have to sit on our hands. Yeah. Let's do a Bitcoin analysis. I've taken long, but look at this. This is what I call just touch the zone and drop. You get. At times, I just leave analysis there. I don't know if you watched the previous video. We said we called out this one. You can see how the market came back and touched this area and just dropped. We called it out too. Yeah. I think, was it a full-time analysis? I'm not so sure, but there's a video about the session that we had where this market, we just said if it breaks below this, we are going to see it drop to the downside. Yeah. So let's do analysis on it. So I'll begin from a bigger time frame. I'm going to be so fast. Now you see this bigger time, it's repeating exactly what it did when Bitcoin was at 60 something. You see this whole consolidation when it was at 60s. I think I'll get it much better here. Will I? Now, wait. You see this here? This is what it's trying to do here. And guys don't see it, but this is a serious M pattern forming right here. You see it? This is a very serious M pattern, and it looks exactly what was happening here, like this. Here, when another all-time high was hit, and then here. It looks almost exactly the same. Now, guys think it's going to buy, but my bias, it's still a sell on Bitcoin. Yeah. Because look at how this market is moving. The market is pushing to the upside and then starting to go to the downside. Now, if you could come to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that if I zoom out a little bit, here we have what we call this can be a nice harmonic pattern, but it just passed through. This would have been your entry, but would have been a short one. And it just jumped through to the downside. Because if it was to either be a solid harmonic, a Gatli, or a bat, this was supposed to be Fibonacci areas, but that didn't happen. But you can see how the market just respected this supply zone. Now, another point is this one here. The market just came, respected that supply zone, tapped it, and went. Now, this one is very huge, but it was also respected. So what do you do as a trader? You can even see this one right here was respected right here, this one. So it means Bitcoin is kind of respecting supply zones. Now, to me, I still feel, I still anticipate that Bitcoin is going to drop further. Yeah. It's going to drop further, at least down to the 90s or to the 80s. And if it's forming a harmonic, it's going to have a serious, let's say, okay, this is 78. If it's forming a harmonic pattern, I'm going to say Bitcoin drop past to the 80s, then go up to the upside. So we have to be extremely observant with that. Yeah, we have to watch that closely. Actually, I would have entered for a short from up here if I was on this, and my take profit would be to play around for some good maybe weeks or something, but finally take profit would be hit because if I'm seeing this as my take profit, I would first take profit from exactly this demand zone. Yeah. So I'll just leave this chart like this. Let's watch it and see how things are going to turn out. But I think that's it. I don't know if you have any questions. Afro is pumping, by the way. I know you're in serious profit. Are you? Yesterday it moved up to a 7 million market cap. Are you in profit on Afro? Yeah, you're going to see how it's next week is going to be. I don't know how many Afros you have. I don't remember. How many tokens do you have? Okay, let me just see here because at least I remember our chat. Let me see. Oh, you have 25,000. Now, listen, let me show you the Afro chart, right? That's real quick. Now, this is the Afro token chart. You see how it looks like? Now, don't mind about this candle. We got problems on this thing. But let's just look at what happened in the few. Yesterday, but one, it was down here at 0.002. But yesterday we hit 7.4. And this is just a retracement. You get. So trust me, this market is going to go past this in the next few days. You're going to see it. I know I'm not supposed to even say it, but you're going to see it. It's going to go past 0.04. And if it does, like for example, right now you have 25,000 tokens. Now imagine a price that is 0.04 times 25. You're going to make some serious money, trust me. Um, Let me say you have 25,000 tokens right now, times 0.04. You may have next week or the other week, you're going to have $1,000 plus. You're going to see it because shit. But that's it. You're going to have a lot of money on your account. Just give it a just I'll tell you when to check. That's why yesterday I wanted you to join that community. Because I know you can be part of it and you can make a killing out of it. Yeah. Can make a serious killing. So I invested, you know how much I invested in Afro? The wallet that I've showed you guys before. The wallet that I've showed you guys before, I put $50. Right now it's around 6,000. It's around $6,000. I think I'll just screenshot it. I'll send it to your DM. Yeah, it's around $6,000. So, but that's just the smallest wallet. So there's good money here. Yeah, there's a lot. That next week you'll see how much you have. We just hope it lists well, and you'll see a bar going up like nothing. So that's what is going on this side in trading. That's what I see is happening. Which pairs? This which has a head and shoulders. This is Euro USD. It has a very nice head and shoulders right here. Look at that. And this is an engulfing, so it can still push unless NFP does the opposite. Yeah. So everything is looking steady right now. I'll just, so I don't know if you have any questions. I don't know if you have any questions. Talking about the app. Yeah, like aren't you? It's on what? Yeah, I'm going to send you the link. Then I also send you there we have Nigerians in the group and every day they host a Nigerian Afro space where even Ugandans join. Like once you coordinate with these guys, the end will be so seamless. Like you'll make something. Yeah, you make a lot of money. Because imagine if Afro goes to a billion market cap. In crypto, a billion market cap, for example. Okay, right now it's seated on 5.6 million market cap. Yeah. I'll just show you guys that. I'll just show you guys that deck screen now. I'll just show you guys that. So I told guys in the group to invest in Afro. I feel for that's why guys are no longer online because they feel Afro is making a lot of money for them, which is okay. But you can't forget the trading part. Actually, it's on a 5.1 market cap. This retracement, yeah. But I don't know why this side it's on 5.6. But yeah, that's spread. So you can see how Afro has been pumping. People are still buying. People are still you can see how people are still buying here. $500 some per withdrawing, you get? But there are 4,490 people who have Afro tokens. So now this is what we call market cap, these numbers. Currently it's on 5.1. But imagine it could, yeah, I didn't hear you. Oh, I don't know when I explain this. So look, imagine it goes up to, it has ever been on 12, yeah? But imagine it goes up to 60 million next week. How much would you make? So just it's going to be an amazing journey. Just keep that's why I wanted to join this guys, because at least there you have the momentum and the zeal of holding. Yeah. I hope you have your tokens. I may be telling you to hold it, you already sold. Yeah. I hope you still have your tokens though. So so I don't know if there are questions. Let me see. I guess she has showed up after 4 months, 5 months. So Michael, are there questions? I'm not telling. Okay. Are there questions this side of the trading? I no, I only took it. Michael, Michael, are there any questions? Which trade? I'm a kind of a skeptical because yeah, I can. This week, the direction of the market is being bearish. Yeah. Based on our high and low of the week. Yeah. But you discover that the market is somehow performing otherwise. All the buying markets. Mm. Yeah, at times you have to change. For example, you see how this trend line is holding this whole market up here. Yeah. Now it takes you back to how do you determine your trend? The high and low of the week can give us a selling market, but there is a big resistance. There is a big resistance holding that whole market from falling. So it's supposed to just trade with that resistance until if it breaks that resistance and comes back, for example, if it had moved down and breaks this trend line and maybe comes and starts here, that's when we say that, okay, the push is still to the downside. But now this trend line is holding this whole market above. And not only the trend line, we have a psychological level which is holding it. And you also have the high of last week, which is holding the market as a support. So there is no way one thing can outweigh four things. You have to consider that also. You get. You don't trade one thing, you trade everything together. And the one that has more force is where the market. You anticipate the market will go. And that's why we call it confluence trading, not high and low of the week trading. You get. Yeah. I hope you're still on. I think it's off anyway. But I hope that you find the explanation. If you're off, you'll find it on YouTube. Yeah. So Michael, I think is off anyway.